Talking about that feeling when it's wrong. Oh, make it right. Oh, let me put my hold on a second, y'all. Let me put my little hoodie on here. It's a little breeze out here. I know, but it's still it's still January. It's a little crisp. Right? The sun is out, but it's still kind of crisp. Let me let me get a little more coverage around here. My goodness. What's up? It's your man Rico. Rico the Opinionist. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. You know, that Cash App is always popping on here if you like what you hear. You know, if you like the thoughts, like where this page is going, you know, subscribe, share, hit that Cash App. You hear me? So, I'm gonna get right to it. We've been kind of going back and forth with varying opinions about NFL. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but definitely a legend in the National Football League. Ed Reed. Ed Reed was tapped to be the new head coach of Bethune-Cookman College, a very historic HBCU. Shout out to Mary McLeod, Bethune, who, according to history, back in 1904 or something? Well, back in the day, she created it for all-girls school. Then it turned into a co-ed, and then it became merged with Cookman College, or a little community college, and then they were granted permission to be a 4-year, because they granted him a permission to do a 4-year baccalaureate degree. It became Bethune-Cookman College, a wonderful HBCU. However, Ed Reed came out. Go and look him up on Instagram and YouTube. He came out with a series of rants about his first 2 or 3 weeks there on the campus. Now, granted, he hadn't been hired yet. This is just him, just being there looking around. And he was not happy with what he saw on the campus. Not just what he saw, but what he heard, what he, I guess, witnessed. The same thing as what he saw, right? So he was talking about the conditions of the campus, and talking about, hey, he mentioned, y'all knew I was coming. How come my office wasn't even clean? And I think he's talking about the mentality, because he described the mentality, not of the students now. Y'all keep in mind now. Not of the students. When everything he said, it wasn't a rant against the college. It wasn't a rant against the student body. Shout out to the student body at Bethune-Cookman College. But it was a rant towards the conditions. And he used the phrase, he said, there's a lot of broken mindsets. Broken mindsets. So let's pay attention. Let's concentrate on that. Let's pay attention to that. Broken mindset as I pay attention to this person walking these dogs. Hold on a second. Well, it's one little dog, but man, it looks like the dog that's from the show Phrase. No, she said I forgot 2 dogs. Hold on a minute, because I'm not a pet person. This dog looks like Eddie. So, and he's looking right at me. The other one's looking at me too. Hey. Hey. Let's see him. I know they're little dogs, but I don't play with pets, period. And so anyway, so go out and check him out, Ed Reed's Rant on YouTube. He has about 3 of them. And I think the 3rd one is Deion Sanders chimed in and just giving him support. So I hear you, brother. I support you. God's got another plan for you. And sometimes, man, you just have to walk away. And after viewing all these videos, and then, of course, you know me, I'm going to read around what other people have to say about it. And it can go either way, I guess, but here's the main deal. I'm a proud graduate of a HBCU by the name of Grambling State University. And I will fight tooth and nail about my HBCU. If you want to lose a friend, or you want us to fall out, say something stupid about Grambling, number one, or about any HBCU, especially if you took your ass to a PWI. That's not going to happen. So, Ed played in Florida. He's went to school in Florida and all of that. I think he's from down there. Anyway, he was letting his voice be heard. He was sharing his thoughts about the conditions. And so he was saying, look, damn, you know, y'all ain't, this is what y'all got going on. And, y'all got a kind of broken mindset when it comes to how y'all approach things, how y'all do things here. And now, granted, he wasn't hired yet, so some people are like, well, maybe he shouldn't have said all that before he got hired. But no, eventually they decided to go another route, which, is probably good for him. But I want to get to the core of why, I didn't have a problem with Ed Reed was saying. Let me get that off, let y'all know, get that off my chest. I didn't have a problem with what he said. And those who are trying to saying, well, he was a little too emotional and all that. Well, let me tell y'all something. He was too emotional and he doesn't understand. He didn't go to a HBCU and all of that. But you know what? Let me give y'all a perfect example of how that doesn't make any sense a lot of times. Because what Ed was talking about, he was talking about the mindset of the administration at Bethune-Cookman. And that's that same administration, that same mindset. I know what he's talking about because I, as a student at Grambling State University, I used to always call out that mindset at Grambling State University when I was a young student on campus. Always through the Grambling night. And when they stopped accepting my articles, I guess it's offending too many in the administration. So I created my own newsletter. It's called In My Opinion by Rico Rivers. And it became hotter, became more distributed than our school newspaper. Yeah, anybody? Let's debate it. I used to see people lined up to get my newsletter. They didn't line up to get that Grambling night like that. So we just got it because it was part of the school. But it was good. Back then, the paper was good, but they wasn't going to hitting the core of what was going on or what we wanted to talk about. So, especially me, I want to talk about a lot of stuff. And so, but the Grambling night, it's anything that's corporate owned and corporate ran. Well, you can't be as free with your words and your thoughts. So, my newsletter, In My Opinion by Rico, it afforded me the freedom to say what I want to say. And trust me, I pushed that freedom of speech thing to the max because I understood it. And so Ed said a lot of things that rang true. There's this mindset at these HBCUs. It's almost cliquish. And Ed pointed it out. And those who are part of the cliques, well, they became upset. They wrote this beautiful letter. They're distributing the letter to the media about why they decided to move further and past him. I read it, blah, blah, blah. But they mentioned something. They said that, he was talking about the look of the campus. Well, we had gone through a hurricane, but according to sources, that hurricane happened back in September. And also the hurricane or the residuals of the hurricane or the damage left, the state of Florida reportedly gave out, $3.5 billion, and Bethune-Cookman got about up to 33 million, or they got some relief. So how come between now and September, what did they do with all those millions of dollars in relief? It's almost like all these HBCUs that got some of that COVID money, some of them got up to $40 and $50 million, and you're wondering, where did that money go? And see, that's the stuff that Dion kind of alluded to. There was, as it relates to handling of funds. Deion Sanders kind of alluded that at Jackson State. But all of us, if we're going to be honest, we've always talked about how HBCUs tend to not use the funding that they do have appropriately. I'll just say that. And also, why are we still operating like 1918 at these HBCUs? And I keep saying it. There's only a particular group of people who continue to be in charge of these HBCUs, almost as if they're assigned. Go and look at your HBCUs. Go look at all of them. I guarantee you, the president, if not the president, the vice president of student affairs, the VP for academic affairs, all the major heavyweight titles at these HBCUs, they're all occupied by black Greeks and probably black gays. They've always been the gatekeepers of what's supposed to be black culture. So y'all gonna have to don't look at me like, Rico, you always talking about the Greeks. Well, look, history teaches me this. When you look at it, so that means that there is a clique going on. When I was a student at Grambling State University, it was very cliquish then because other students said it. I'm the only one who wrote about it and said it out loud. And what we have to do is stop pretending that when one person says something that we already know, that person is the villain. No, it makes you cowards, because a lot of you have inside information exactly what's going on at these damn schools. But when one person says it, oh my God, you're disrespecting HBCUs. You don't know anything about HBCUs. You didn't attend. Y'all cut it out. You're so disingenuous. Ed Reed, he came in and he saw. Deion Sanders came in and he saw. Let me tell y'all something else. Y'all know how you know the truth gets out? When there's a case going on, and sometimes they have to eliminate any signs of bias or prejudice, they would hire what is called a special prosecutor. Or your company has been accused of mismanaging funds, so they hire what's called an outside auditor. Y'all know why? Let me tell y'all something else. In a case where, how about this? Let's say if you wrote a paper and you've written the paper, you believe that it is great, it's an awesome paper. But what's the phrase we use? Let me get somebody, I need a fresh pair of eyes to see this. See, when someone outside of your clique or your system comes to take a look at it, they don't have a bone or dog in the fight. So they see it for what it is. So interesting that Deion Sanders saw it. Ed Reed, he didn't attend HBCU. He sees it. So guess who else who has seen this bullshit over 100 years? The same black folks. We've seen it too. So the question is, why have we accepted this as the norm? This poor running of HBCUs. Why have we accepted this? Don't attack Ed Reed. Don't attack Deion in this regard. Don't do that. Because it continues to give the impression that African Americans are incapable of leading an HBCU into the future. But it's funny, some of these same black folks, when they're not working at an HBCU, they excel to the highest height at the white university that hired them on. Isn't that amazing? But when with your own, you kind of it appears that you get kind of trifling. And when someone calls it out, all of a sudden, you are a race traitor. You are a traitor to your kind. No, we're not doing that anymore. We need to stop treating HBCUs like these households where Big Mama holds all the wheels, all the power. She holds all the secrets. And when one of the little girls or one of the little boys say, hey, Uncle Charles been trying to touch on me, and she gets mad at the child and don't check Uncle Charles, shut your mouth. Whatever goes on in this house, you don't be telling folks all our business. That's how we're treating HBCUs. HBCUs can be better. Now, wait a minute now. Am I implying that HBCUs have not been great for people like me? Of course not. But why do we still operate on those old ways? And also, how come HBCUs aren't pushing black culture like they used to? Yeah, that's my question. Y'all so busy trying to be LSU, so busy trying to be University of California instead of HBCU, that stuff is killing the culture. All these weird ass partnerships that you think y'all need to get. We got 40 million blacks in this country. 1.5 million blacks attend white schools, and only 222,000 attend 107 HBCUs. That's all? This is insane. So Ed Reed, I got you, bro. Hell, I think I was you when I was a student, saying the same thing. What's going on? And guess what? Just like there are people trying to punish you, they tried to punish me. And any other activists on the campus who was there with me, they want to kick them out of school. They want to expel them. They want to ruin their lives, dirty up their names. They tried to kick me out about at least 3 times for pointing out the pink elephant at the HBCU. So I get you, Ed. And guess what? Those of you on the other side, I agree with what you're saying too. But we're going to have to act like grown-ups and stop saying, well, it's the way you do things. Well, how long are we going to keep saying that shit? How long are we going to keep saying that at HBCUs? How long are we going to keep saying, well, it's the way you do it. Everything could be done a certain way. But look, let me tell you other people who tried to do it your way and still nothing happened, or they got really destroyed. Fred Hampton tried to do it your way. He tried to say it the right way. Jesus Christ tried to say it your way. Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King tried it your way. Still nothing hardly moved. So we're going to have to come out here and start cussing and run those off who want to keep the university like their personal pets. That's what the students need to be doing, running off these old ass, these cliquish black Greek administrators away from these goddamn universities. Damn, HBCUs, y'all go on. A lot of them are there because they probably aren't qualified, or they don't think they're good enough to get positions at the more affluent or better funded historically white colleges and universities. So you come over here and you slum at the HBCU. No, we need somebody who truly loves the black colleges to be the president. We need someone who truly loves black kids and black students and black culture to be the VP for academic affairs, the VP for student affairs, the dean of students. We're tired of all y'all settling at the university, at the HBCUs, because that's what's going on. That's what Ed Reed was pointing out. Now, you're really great at writing these beautifully flowing letters to the media. But I learned years ago that's a bunch of hogwash. And we're going to have to stop this. And guess what? Ed Reed's not going to be the last one, because there's going to be another one that come up in there. They try to get NFL. There's nothing wrong with getting an ex-NFL player to be coach at the universities. Hell, I wish we started getting celebrity presidents. Yeah, we can get a Cornel West. It'd be good for that. Yeah, but I wish Tavis Smiley had a doctorate in education. I would love for Tavis Smiley to be the president. Try to woo some of these celebrity professors to be college. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Yeah. If y'all want to go there, try to get celebrity NFL coaches here, let's get some celebrity administrators. Yeah. The ones you got now just sitting on trying to walk around and act elitist and stuck up and try to close their ranks with everybody who's part of their fraternity or their sorority, or who belong to their church. We'll forget that. So you need to cut this crap out. Stop getting mad at people. They point out the pink elephant in the living room. Stop it. They don't make the shit right. They don't change what he said. So Ed Reed, brother, you go to a HBCU, go reach out to you. You go out, you go to where you'll be celebrated. We'll hate to lose him to a PWI. So you know what, Ed? If Bethune-Cookman don't want you, hell, we'll take you at the University of Denver. We'll take you to the University of Mississippi. And pay you double what they were trying to offer you. And then you'll say, that's what he wanted in the first place. He wanted to go to the white school. In the first place. See, we don't know what the hell we want. And so, but anyway, we're going to have to do better. So I hear both sides. But me, those of you who do know me know, I'm more on the Ed Reed side. Because a lot of HBCUs, they know they can do better. But you have to get rid of the people there who purposely don't want the universities and the colleges to do better. It doesn't make any sense why y'all trying to get all these damn presidents and none of them hardly know anything about fundraising. Yeah, I said it. They think they don't even push the black part of who we are. First thing they try to do is try to go find some white donors. Now, I don't need you as my president. I want you to be black enough where you can identify with other black entities. You know, get BET. You love that. Get VH1 to come to campus. And if you got celebrities that graduated from your damn university, hit them up for a benefit concert, or have them to wear a shirt, or have them to talk about the HBCU. We love to celebrate these motherfuckers, but what do they give back? I mean, really give back. But if I become really famous, you know, like a celebrity where it's on the lips of Americans, especially Black America, I'm gonna always represent Grambling, and I'm gonna offer to come back. And I don't know if they want me to come back, but I'll keep it open. If they offer to say, Rico, come back. You're famous and a celebrity. I'm not gonna be begrudge it. I understand how it works. So I'm just a regular guy. I haven't been on BET or CNN or VH1. I haven't been on one of those thug black shows. But that's okay. I'm coming. When I go viral and be really, really popular, you may not even have to pay me, because I love my Grambling. You know, commencement speaker or something. I understand the qualifications for black folks to really dig you. You have to be famous. Or, because I've accomplished a lot in my field of social work, but that's not enough. I'm not on TV, so I get it. I'm not messed up about it. And I have not been recognized by a white corporation of doing really great by way of promotions. I have not. So I'm one of those outlier kind of cats. I'm an independent guy. I just kind of do what I want, and know that it kind of moves a little slower than those who are part of a system and not a part of any system. So, but it's all right. I'll get there. You'll see me. But here's the question though. How come in all these years? Now, I remember when I was a student at Grambling, we had a president and an attorney who used to fight all the time for the consent decree, the monies that's owed. I don't understand why HBCUs are not flat out suing every state that an HBCU is located in for the money that's owed. These states, be it Tennessee, be it Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, wherever, or DC, Maryland, or whatever, Delaware. Is Delaware state? Yeah. Well, yeah, Delaware. I'm tripping. You know, how come we're not just flat out suing them for $500 million, the money that's owed to these HBCUs? At least do that. Instead of trying to make these little weak ass corporate partnerships for $100,000 here and well, we're gonna send our black students to your white law school. No, how come we're not we're not utilizing the 43 million African Americans we have in this country? I mean, really pushing. Okay, I guess I'm sounding like a hater now. But anyway, that Ed Reed opened up a lot of room for discussion on either side. And it's not making HBCUs look bad. For those of you, it's making HBCUs look bad. No. These schools are making themselves look bad. And so therefore a lot of African American students, you know, opting to go elsewhere. And number two, a lot of African American students don't even know about HBCUs. I don't understand that. A lot of them don't even know, because a lot of HBCUs are not recruiting, going to these school systems that are majority African American students. You're not going there recruiting. That plays a lot into why the student enrollment is kind of down. They want to talk about everything else. Well, you know, the student loan debt, and this, the affordability. Get out of here. Hell, y'all, a lot of black kids don't even know about these damn black colleges. That's right there says that you're not even putting all the effort you should be putting in. You could be putting into it. But anyway, y'all, I wanted to, and also, why aren't they fighting for land grant? Yeah, that's a good question. Why aren't they fighting for land grant status, these HBCUs? I'm just asking questions because I don't know. Land grant status, that's it. And why aren't they fighting for the dollars that are owed to HBCUs? That's the weirdest thing. But anyway, y'all, I digress. I just want to share that. Shout out to Ed Reed. Appreciate you, brother, for almost being there. And for those of you who said, man got fired, he was never hired, so he couldn't get fired. He was there looking around. It's okay. There's 100 more that can use an ex-NFL player who was actually accomplished. And yeah, you know, he'll get another offer. We'll read about it. I'll say before the end of February, we'll be reading about Ed Reed being recruited or accepting a job somewhere else. All right? Yeah, so you'll be all right, bro. Don't worry about that shit. But in the future, this your boy Rico. Get at me. Y'all know that cash app be popping. And I'll talk to y'all later because it's kind of crisp out here. All right, y'all be cool. All right. Oh, let me get across the street. Oh, shit, I better hurry. Y'all be cool. Talk to y'all later. Peace.